What's up, my Fina love? Sisters Fina D coming to you all from Vina Team News. I did a separate video on Kenya Moore Halloween costume situation, so that video will be uploaded next. So let's get right into the review. Exactly what Kenya said when she was with Milo. Let's take this picture and break the internet. That's exactly what they did as far as, as it relates to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, because Milo and Kenya been going through it for a long time. Most of you are aware, Kenya shade her, she shade Kenya back, but then Milo took it too far, talking about Kenya, mother. You know the story. I don't have to keep repeating myself, but it was nice to see them together, having a conversation, all of that. I find it very ironic that the same Milo who was basically warning LaToya to stay away from Kenya and watch her back is now warning Kenya about LaToya, something that Kenya already knows. These girls come on here, they either befriend her for airtime or flip on her for airtime. Kenya issue is that, just because I have abandonment issues due to what happened to me as a child and all of the things that I'm going through, and people keep, burning me and being this lawyer and all of that, doesn't mean that I'm not going to give new people honest chances and opportunity. I'm not going to do that. So in as much as she have trust issues, LaToya is new. Hey, I'm going to give her a shot. But everything that Kenya have told LaToya isn't something that if the public find out about it, it's going to be shocking. So LaToya going back and saying, oh, Kenya husband filed for alimony. I mean, yeah, you said it before finding out that everyone knew, but that's something that Kenya told everybody. So it's not no groundbreaking secret. So in as much as Kenya is opening up to LaToya, she's still being smart about certain things that she's sharing. So Fallon just stunning, at Milo little event and opening. I love that, they can laugh about the Kenya Moore hair care and all of that, and Kenya walked in looking snatched and stunning. I did a separate video on when these images were shared, and basically Milo joking around saying there's no ban, all of that. Their chat was nice, kudos to them. We shall see where it goes, because, Kenya was in this same space with Portia, and now look, okay? Whenever these girls realize that, okay, I'm not going to benefit from being cool with this person, then they switch up. But I know Milo is happy right now because Kenya be dragging Milo at the reunion. Like Kenya shade, she's the shade assassin. She doesn't play with Milo, so I know Milo was like, yes, perfect timing. I can rest this reunion, okay? I can chill. I mean, yeah, Portia's gonna have some things to say, but not on the level of Kenya, okay? So Milo like, whoo, child, thank you, Lord. I'm on the other side, okay? I don't have to match Kenya Moore little reads, all right? Now, Drew, on the other hand, Drew ex that she wasn't married to, that she have a child with, went to jail. You were in a toxic relationship with someone that ended up in jail. Okay? Yes, you are married now, but you two have experienced relationship issues. And because of that, you have to now sit on national television and shove cameras in your child's face to talk about this because you need a storyline. But yet, you want to constantly talk about Kenya marriage and her issues and all of that when your situation is far worse. Like, girl, I understand you are so desperate for a storyline, but with your history and everything you got going on, you shouldn't even be speaking on anyone relationship. That your young son have to go through all of this on TV. You know what I'm saying? Girl, bye. I'm watching this and like, okay, now why are you putting this little child through all of this? And Drew have to find something else to talk about because her entire existence on this show is surrounded by Kenya. It's Kenya, 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 Kenya. She can make a phone call, do anything without throwing shade at Kenya. I commend Ralph, her husband, for wanting to make sure that, yes, I'm, the bonus dad and I'm here and I've been here for you, but you do have a biological father that I still want you to have a relationship with. So kudos to Ralph for stepping up and saying, yeah, I stepped up and I'm the man of the house, but I'm not going to, deny you the right of being able to have a relationship with your dad. So kudos to Ralph on that. And like I said, Cynthia Bailey and Mike Hill, congratulations. I posted the review on their wedding, that episode. And also, for those of you who's been here for a while, I covered the entire wedding. I did like a 2 or 3 part series. So go to the Real Housewives of Atlanta playlist to watch those videos. But Cynthia and Mike, I just love their fun relationship, and they can laugh about things, laughing at basically her ex, Noel's dad video, and Mike can laugh about that. I love it how it's not oh my gosh, you're too close to him, and so I'm jealous, I'm insecure. And even if Mike Hill have those moments, he makes sure you don't see that on camera. The way how he joked with her and laughed off, Bolo, and even jokes saying as long as you don't bring Bolo with you, and now he can laugh about Cynthia X and all of that. That's cool. I love their dynamic and all of that. But speaking of Drew constantly talking about Kenya, she couldn't simply just talk about her trip without shading Kenya. Now, I'm aware some of you were upset that Cynthia kept laughing as Drew shaded Kenya. I mean, what's new? Cynthia sat there as Eva dragged Kenya, talked about her age and all of that, even though she's older than Kenya, and she did not stop Eva. She did not say, okay, Eva, girl, listen now, you're grown. You can say whatever you want to say, but Kenya is also my friend, so I'm not just going to sit back and watch you dog her out, chill on that. No, she didn't do that. She sat there, she laughed like it was nothing. So I don't know why people keep getting upset. I mean, you get upset, your feelings are valid. So I'm not saying don't get upset, but this is nothing new, Flip-flopper Cynthia, this is nothing new. So, Drew couldn't just say, hey girl, I'm planning a trip as well. And that's it. She had to shade Kenya, but we all know that Kenya trip was amazing. But Kenya is their villain, okay? As you can see, we're going to get to Fallon house. She had a little bit of food. The girls had to help themselves and all of that. My thing is, Kenya more even breed, and it's a problem, okay? The woman even breed and she makes the news. But anyways, let me go back to Drew and her son moment. Regardless of how I feel about Drew and just her obsession with Kenya, here are some tweets on the screen. Shout out to one of the Kenya Moore fan and supporter pages for posting these. Her obsession is scary at this point, but back to her son. I wish him the best because he was like, nope, I don't want a relationship. I mean, he was just like not here for it. At the end of the day, whatever he decides, or I wish them the best. Fallon basically invited them to the Halloween party. I love her look. She went all out. Candy looked decent. They try. I'm going to talk about all of this in the separate video I did about Kenya. Fallon house, beautiful. The party was dry. They just said she lives in a mansion. She's wealthy. We're about to have the best time ever. But you also have to understand it was COVID time. So yes, she could have had music, and just with the crew and the cast, she could have done more. But as far as expecting this extravagant party and all of that, she did the best she could with COVID restrictions and all of that. You can't just be blasting other people's music. You have to get clearance and all of that. So, I mean, she tried, but she was limited. Here's another thing that hypocrisy I'm going to point out. It's very small, but it's still major. Drew said, let's toast to Mrs. Hill. Cynthia Bailey got married. Yay. And in that moment, Candy said, well, since we're toasting, I just booked a movie. Everyone celebrated, laughed. Crickets, no problem. If Kenya Moore in that moment had said, oh, by the way, I booked a movie or something great happened, it would have been war, whatever. Real talk. They would have taken that little moment and turned it into something major. Oh, here we go. As if trying to ruin her engagement party wasn't enough, which she didn't. Go to the Real Housewives of Atlanta playlist and watch my review on that as well. But if that wasn't enough, you can't just let her have a shine. You're so jealous. You had to mention what you had going on. They would have turned that little situation into something major. It is just something about Kenya Moore and who she is and what she stands for and everything she's been through and have survived and have overcome. There is something powerful about that woman. I'm not even playing. There is something powerful about that woman because you saw how easy it was for everyone to raise their glass and simply be happy for Candy booking a movie. No questions asked, no problems, no slick remarks. Had that been Kenya, Drew would have been the first one in confessionals. Here we go. We can't just celebrate Cynthia without Kenya being jealous and saying something. It would have been a big deal. It is scary how they treat this woman, okay? But she is blessed and highly favored. And you know what? That's it. Since we're on the topic of Fallon's, Halloween party in her home and all of that, let's talk more about other things that happened at the party. Kenya and LaToya having a conversation. For the people who are confused and wondering why Kenya was so upset and why she was giving LaToya all of this energy, I mean, when you are on the show and you keep getting backstabbed, especially in your life, in your friendships and things like that, eventually you are going to get to the point where you have that reaction. So that reaction was from the fact that, yes, Kenya is still tolerating Candy and Cynthia Billy for the show, okay? Yes, I'm sure they have a decent little friendship off camera as well. But Kenya is fully aware about everything, that goes on within that friendship. So you have flip-flopper Cynthia Billy who have stabbed her in the back. You have Candy who's right there with Cynthia. You have Tanya who came on this show, was having IVF issues. Kenya basically embraced her. I have, my adorable daughter, Brooklyn, my age. When you get to a certain age, your chances of having children, exactly. So with Tanya going through all of that, Kenya embraced Tanya. It was very nice to Tanya, but for Tanya to then come on this show and attempted to mess up Kenya's life and career with that lie that Kenya said some disgusting things about her going through IVF, and Kenya could have lost, her ambassador deal that she had with Baby Quest. Things could have happened with that lie that Tanya told, but there was no evidence that Kenya did such thing, and that story just basically went away. Why will a woman who struggled to have her child and was blessed with this adorable little girl will then clown another woman who's going through the same battle? Like, that didn't even make sense. And when Bravo did the flashback, Tanya was a liar. But for you to befriend someone and for them to lie on you like that and betray you like that, every time someone does that, a piece of her trust and her heart is broken. Imagine being friends with someone and you and this person share similar stories, and then that friend to then turn around and say, that's why your mother didn't want you. Another dig from someone else. Then that girl over there hitting her below the belt and saying some of the most disgusting things to her and attempting to spit on her. Another dig. I'm going to give this new girl a chance. I'm going to embrace her. Normally, I'm guarded. I normally don't come for them. Okay, I'm normally cool until they cross me. I'm going to be cool with this one like I am with all of them. Then to find out she betrayed you too, of course you're going to react that way. Now, the only thing that I would say is that, Kenya, you are aware about editing. You are also aware that Milo ain't your friend yet. So be very careful who you take the information from. And like I said in the last review that I just did and uploaded, it's a misunderstanding between Kenya and LaToya. Yes, LaToya talks too much. Like I said, diarrhea at the mouth. I completely understand. I'm not defending her. She was wrong. However, I really do believe that she was coming from the place of Kenya scream at me for not having her back. I'm going to have her back and say, Kenya is going through so much and I think she's lashing out. Was I wrong? No, I wasn't. Everything I said in the last episode is exactly what happened. LaToya said exactly what I said. I was defending you because they were coming for you. I don't understand why people behave like Bravo don't edit things and Bravo don't cut out entire episodes to make people look good. Okay? What you saw, the little bit of what you saw was nothing compared to how these girls probably dragged the heck out of Kenya. And because of favoritism and bias editing, we didn't get to see that. So I believe LaToya when she said the girls were coming for you and Portia sitting there like, no, we were not saying anything bad about her. Girl, bye. Whatever. We know how the editing works. Like, at this point, it should be another one. Honestly, it shouldn't be yes, I understand Kenya is a human being and her feelings were hurt, but at this point, it should be another one because it happens over and over and over again. But my thing is, this is what they wanted. They want you to scream and fall out with LaToya. They don't want anyone on your side. I love that her cousin Shay was in the scene for a few seconds, but it was nice to see Shay and Shay basically saying no new friends and all of that. But I don't think Kenya, yes, she was right by admitting her feelings and all of that, that LaToya hurt her feelings and by having conversations. And Kenya kept saying, I don't care that you kissed Portia. Like, girl, what are you doing? I don't care that you kissed. Like, what? I care that my friend betrayed me by discussing my business with the ops, like with people that I don't rock with like that. That's my focus. Like, what are you talking about? But my thing is, falling out, I would just be like, okay, LaToya, I peep what you did and I see who you are, and just no longer share my personal business with her. Kenya knows better. She shouldn't have in the first place. But going forward, Kiki laugh, but that's where it stops. Show me who you are. I believed you, and I will no longer be sharing my personal business with you anymore because now I see how you move. And I hope Kenya doesn't go to that reunion and go all the way in on LaToya. And I just hope LaToya, if Kenya goes there, doesn't feel backed up in the corner where she goes and make up a lie and say, well, I know why you're this upset. You're this upset because we did A, B, and C, or you're this upset because you wanted A, B, and C with me and I don't want it with you. Child, I can already see some mess like that. I just hope it doesn't go down that road because we've been here before. That's that. They had their conversation. LaToya was laughing because she said she couldn't take Kenya seriously in her costume, whatever. So when you are constantly there for people and they constantly stab you in the back, you know, after everything that happened between she and Portia, she gave Portia a chance again, Portia stabbed her in the back. You know, there's no loyalty, just back to back to back, people hurting you. Then she's going through her issues with her marriage, right? So Kenya's in a space of, I don't want to allow the history of people constantly stabbing me in the back to prevent me from opening my heart and accepting new friendships, new people, because the same thing happened in her relationship. So if she was saying, okay, my ex did this to me, so I won't allow love again, then she wouldn't have met her husband. You know, they're going through their issues, and Adurba Brooklyn won't be here. The same thing applies to her friendship. I'm not going to be like, oh, you know what? I'm not going to allow new people in my life because of what other people did to me. I'm going to give everyone a chance. So now she gives this new girl a chance, and she felt betrayed and backstabbed again. So when you know Kenya history, her issues with rejections and her upbringing and everything, all of these things play a part. And she said it herself. So that's where her energy was coming from as it relates to LaToya. I already explained in the last video that it was a miscommunication going on there, a disconnection, because after Kenya saying to LaToya, you did not have my back, Toya felt like saying to that group, hey, Kenya might have, you know, leaked the story. However, I think she's lashing out because she's going through a lot right now. And I know how editing works. Kenya knows this. So that's what I said. I wasn't defending LaToya, but I could see Toya using that situation as in, I'm just looking out for Kenya. And I was right, because in her mind, she thought that's what she was doing. So Kenya girl, what is it that you want? You want me to defend you, and then when I defend you, it's a problem. But the problem with LaToya is you can defend Kenya without being so detailed. You could have said she's going through a lot right now without going into details. But at that point, she wasn't aware that Kenya even said any of those things publicly. So what if Kenya never said anything publicly? Now you just told everybody Kenya's business. So I guess that's where Kenya was coming from. Speaking of Kenya and LaToya's situation, of course, here comes Drew, you know, making up stories and accusations that Kenya and LaToya are in a real relationship and all of that. And like I said in the last video, I don't care if that's true or not. I don't care what these girls do behind closed doors, their sexual orientation. I don't care. I only care about Bravo producers, okay? Bravo producers being fair and just stop the biased editing. But here comes Drew basically projecting. She kissed LaToya. She and LaToya hugged it out. They almost fought at Shamir's event or party, whatever you want to call it. Then after all of that, she claimed that she drove LaToya home because Toya was drunk. All of that. But if you notice, every time Toya attempts to explain their alone time together, Drew gets nervous. She starts to raise her voice. She starts to find ways to end the conversation because something happened between the two of them. So here she goes. Let me go and start projecting and accusing Kenya. I mean, we've seen this over and over again. The people who are the loudest, the people who are constantly talking about other people's marriages and relationships and issues, they are the ones who's going through it. So nothing to see here. I included this part in the last video and I will include it again.
Let's talk about your conversation with LaToya that you had last night. You said you had a crush on LaToya. That's her one. I was like, oh, that's cute. Yeah. And also, I wanted to ask, were you a little jealous of her kissing Portia?
I wasn't jealous because I don't want her like that.
Interview with the Jasmine brand talking about that, okay? Even when LaToya kept bringing it up about her kissing Portia, Kenya's response hasn't changed. No, I'm upset because I want people who are loyal around me. Loyalty means a lot to me. I don't care if you kiss or what you did to whatever. I don't care. I just care that my friends or people who call themselves my friends, I want them to be loyal to me. And that's that. So all the other stuff LaToya is doing, going to Portia and saying, Kenya is upset because I kissed you, and Portia is sitting there like, huh, what? Why would Kenya be upset that you kissed me? Unless you're insinuating that you and Kenya have something beyond a friendship going on and now she's upset, then that's different. But either you say that or stop confusing me, because whatever we did shouldn't matter to Kenya, which is true. Anyways, child, let's move on. Who now? Fallon girl. Now, little fun things here and there. Cynthia Bailey saying that the food that Fallon had was enough to feed just Candy. You know, Candy making comments about the party being dry and all of that. Making comments about Portia Halloween outfit disappointing her. And her little comments here and there were cute. Okay. LaToya coming in that woman's house being disrespectful. That was just out of line. Now, I don't know what happened that we're not seeing, because mind you, there was a whole Black Lives Matter event that Candy threw, and then Portia allegedly got upset that Candy was taking her shine, because apparently this whole Black Lives Matter movement and her going to protest and all of that was supposed to clean her image after she threatened to beat up Eva last season after saying that she was changed, and her getting arrested and all of that was supposed to change her image. So all focus on me on this. So why is Candy getting any shine when I'm the activist? Bravo allegedly cut out that entire episode. We didn't get to see it. Candy did confirm it on her Speak On It with Kenya Moore. So I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, something happened between these two that we did not get to see. Because I understand LaToya energy. And yes, she can walk in a room and be that way. But something happened there. Fallon. Now, allegedly, if you go out there and do a little research, Fallon has been in a few fights. So when LaToya said, don't let all this fool you now, she got some hood. Yeah, she wasn't wrong. Fallon, my advice to you is, when you see that someone is intentionally trying to get under your skin, I know it's hard, but just be like, you know what? I see what you're doing. Ladies, I'm going to excuse myself for a few moments. Ask the camera crew, security, whoever that's there, she got to leave. I don't want her in my house. You go upstairs in your mansion, your beautiful bedroom, or whatever that make you feel comfortable, and you just smile and you chill there until she leaves. Don't ever, mama, allow anyone. He who angers you controls you. Don't allow anyone to get you to a point where you black out like that. The girl completely blacked out. She was about to go Tiger Woods on LaToya. Not all, but some of Portia fans are so terrible. Oh, I mean, they actually went in on Kenya and got upset that Kenya prevented that girl from going to jail. How they allow LaToya to get you locked up? What would have happened if Kenya and producers and her husband didn't hold her back? She snapped. And I get it. LaToya kept, whatever. But this is where I always say, use your words. Use your words. If you don't want to use your words, you walk away. That was just too much. I'm going to talk about this whole Kenya Moore situation in the next video. If I didn't talk about something that you find important in the episode, then it probably wasn't important to me. But if you want me to talk about it in my next review, just let me know if I missed something very important. I love when Kenya said to LaToya, and if I have already said this in the beginning, I apologize for being repetitive. Sometimes the video is so long that by the time I get to the end, it's like, did I say this? But I love when Kenya said, LaToya, whether I'm going through a divorce or not, happy or unhappy. It doesn't matter where my life is. What I said and what I did, I stand on it, and I did it in my sound mind. I didn't do it because I'm upset and I'm going through a divorce that, oh, my life is over. No, because if it was me doing something on a TV show with a stripper, and yes, I'm over this topic, but let's talk about it one last time. That is, if the women bring it up again, then of course I'm going to talk about it. But if it was me, they would have had a parade, okay? If it was me, they would drag me. So no, stop making excuses for me. I did everything because me, Kenya Moore, wanted to do it, not because of anything. So please stop making excuses for me. Thank you. So like I said, it was just, to me, a simple misunderstanding where she thought she was defending Kenya, but her delivery was wrong. Anyways, that's it. I'm wishing all of the ladies well. I'm wishing all of you well. And take care. Y'all, the end of here, my final loves. Thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also, turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.